up 12 waiting.
Hang on. Right. So we're live. We are live.
Hello, boys and girls.
Just turn my.
Good evening.
Right then. Who we got in?
We have, so we have Dale, Sarah, Graphic, we have Claire, Jen, Andy, Wayne, GSG, Chris Walker,
Right.
Woody Woodcrafts, Billy. I'm going through. I'm trying to find everybody.
Hello, everyone.
Evening all.
Blue lights in. Right. Hi, guys. How are you all? Hi, Liam. Hi, Nick. Hi, Fred. Right.
Right then.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome.
The Mad Maker.
We
Very
have.
good.
When Cheryl's finished reading names out. Right. So.
Turn that down.
We have.
Happy birthday
up there, and then we have Alison from GPS Agencies up there, and this guy
Down there.
The wood ninja.
Yeah, the wood ninja, and I think,
but more importantly, you got Alison from GPS up there.
yeah. Right.
Can I just add first, Richard, that Optimus Prime 2003 is his birthday today. So happy birthday, Optimus Prime. Hey, Bigfoot.
Let me just turn you down.
And we have a shout out as well.
Yes, no, we don't yet. Is Chris Walker? Is it Chris Walker there?
Hi, Sarah.
No, it's Walters, I believe.
Walters, Chris Walters. We're waiting for.
You need to check your phone.
Oh yeah, okay. It's all right. I've just been stoking the fire, so it's nice and warm in here now.
Greg Taylor says there's number 46 won yet.
I wonder who's number 46.
I was going to say I'm not there yet.
Just checking.
Don't you think, Billy, that Ali and I, you know what, Ali, you and me should take over the lives every week.
Yeah.
I mean, we're so much better to look at. I mean, we love you two boys, we really do, but you know, we have boobs.
Excuse me, I'm a fine figure of a man. Thank you very much. There's women in here.
But like, and I'm in perfect shape as well for a circle.
Yes. Yeah.
What the hell's a circle?
And
what do I want to know?
A circle.
You said a circle.
A circle.
Don't start confusing me.
Right, shall I just mention what we're going to be turning this week?
Yeah.
So my good friend Andy Heel, he's in the chat somewhere around here. Somewhere.
Yeah, hi Andy.
There he is.
He's here. Oh, it's Max's birthday. Hi Max, happy birthday, darling.
He gave me a humongous chunk of chestnut. I think it's horse chestnut or sweet chestnut, whatever they call it.
Oh, yes.
It's literally,
and I've got some.
I've had to cut it, and I've just shaped the bottom today because it was a bit rickety on the old lathe. It smells lovely. Oh.
No, I'm not topless, Billy. Look, I have a top on. Look, see, I have a top on. Sorry.
So it is 10 inches wide and 6 inches deep. So we're going to be turning this, and it's quite easy to turn, actually. It's quite a softish, well,
it's beautiful.
I wouldn't say it's a soft wood. I'd say it's a quite a large grain wood. So, but I can just about get it on my lathe.
Chestnut's what you get conkers off of, isn't it?
Yes, it is, yeah. Horse chestnut.
I have got some lovely pieces, Richard. God, you're right.
Big, yeah. Oh, what beautiful, beautiful.
So will that keep spiders away like Conkers does?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah. Throw it at them, it would.
I can tell you how to keep spiders away. Peppermint oil.
Right.
In a spray bottle with water around your windows and everything. Every couple of weeks, it'll keep them out the way.
Oh, cool.
Cosmic.
Alison,
Hey, Cosmic.
I'm going to leave it to you to let me know when you want to do the giveaway.
Yep.
I'll start turning some of this bowl and just shout out when you're ready, yeah?
Okay, I'm just making sure I've counted everyone in the draw.
Plug us in.
Alison can't stay all night, guys. This way, that way.
That way. There you go.
That way. You got something in your ear, Alison?
Oh,
Should I switch the camera around? That'd be a good idea. We got 3 cameras tonight.
It could help.
We can.
I do not use oil on Richard's conkers, Sarah. Thank you.
No, that'd be a fine thing, wouldn't it? Family channel, guys. Family channel.
Well, no, conkers don't keep spiders away. But honestly, if you get essential oils, like a big bottle for about £11 on eBay, get a spray bottle. I put a generous amount in, yeah, and then you fill it up with warm water and spray it all around in your windows and your doors, all inside the frames.
Yeah.
And make sure you keep redoing it on a regular basis, and it will keep them out. I mean, we have some big, and I mean, we've had some big. I've run screaming.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't do spiders, but oh god, yeah, because we've got a woods right behind us, and they come in the house. Oh my god! So yeah, that works. And we actually tested it. We didn't actually think it would hurt them, but Richard sprayed a spider with it, and it actually died within about 5 seconds. It killed the ball and died.
WD-40 is good for spiders.
Is it?
It doesn't smell as nice though.
No.
I'll tell you what's good for getting rid of flies and wasps and all that lot. Spray glue.
Yeah, it is.
Don't talk to me. I don't do wasps. I slam the door and I would say I run the same as with spiders. I don't actually run. I hobble as fast as I can possibly move, which is very quick, while literally screaming at the top of my voice, Richard!
Yeah, because she's a big girl.
I am. I'm a big girl. I mean, you know, it's like in the jobs I've done before, I've been like, you know, all this big hard ass, but there's a spider comes along and I run.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Nope.
Right. So I've reshaped my bowl gouge to a finger grind. So let's see how it works. Yeah.
You put a nail on the end of it.
Yeah.
No, a finger grind.
Yeah, you put a nail on the end of
it. Your dad's having internet problems, Richard.
Oh, is he?
So we may not be on.
Fingernail, I should say. Oh, okay. All right then. Right then. Let's crack on and do a little bit of turning, shall we?
Oh, bless him. Apparently, Max has been non-stop eating, playing, and he's finally passed out. And it's been his first day, full day with first day without his dummy. So well done, Max. And happy birthday, Optimus Prime 16 today, bless him.
Oh.
But no, Billy, as I said, no, I'm not actually topless. I don't do topless. Although that was funny the other night, Alison. Right, I've got like a boob tube pipe dress. It's quite a short one.
Yeah.
And my temperature's up and down all the time, so I tend to wear it around the house. And I'd come in. Richard was on hangouts with, I think JP was there, Dale was there, and Doug possibly. And they're like, hang on, come over here, does she know where that? But she's on the. Because I thought it was a self and getting message. Bear with me, Barry, I will double check. Richard, how big is that blank?
Very.
It's 6 inches deep. So 6 inches deep that way. And it's
8. Oh,
and it's 10 inches that way.
Yes. So did you get that, Barry? 10 by 6, sweetheart.
You look at the way this is turning. It's beautiful stuff.
Right.
To turn with us.
Apparently, Colin is here now.
Right.
What's up, Colin?
I still haven't turned any wood yet. I've only used acrylic so far.
Oh, yeah. You need to have a go.
Yeah.
You don't know a good company or where to get that from, do you?
No. Maybe. Yeah.
I'll tell you what we will do now. It is a very hard wood to work with, but we do have to tidy oak. So when we come over, Claire, I will bring you a piece of my tidy oak over. Claire, Ali, I'm so sorry, sweetheart.
Who you're talking to then? That's all right.
Oh, you know what? I've only had 2 cups of coffee today, so it's no wonder I'm actually half asleep. Hello? You know you love me. Yes, you do. Can you make me a coffee, please?
How are you, JP?
I'm all good. All good. Running around like you wouldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Hey, Caitlin, how you doing, sweet pea?
Whee, here we go. You got a bit of a catch.
Richard, would you please mount that to the desk properly?
No, it's come off. Look.
It broke. Oh, I do apologise. Are you all right?
That's why I run off for that direction.
What's burning?
That's why you stick to acrylic, Alison.
Christian's cooking.
I had a massive chunk fly off at me the other day.
I'll tell you what would look good, Richard, if he was able to flatten that off and epoxy a massive chunk of acrylic to the side of it.
Oh, yeah, would. Do you know what? I am still going
Richard, can you not flatten the other side?
No, I'm going to tell you.
Yeah, can't you flatten the other side and do a winged one similar to what Wayne the Woodturner did the other night, that winged bowl that he did?
I could, yeah.
I don't know, it's your art at the end of the day. It's just an idea. Sorry. Yes, Billy, launch.
So do you think there's anyone watching who hasn't taken part in the competition yet?
Sorry?
Do you think there's anyone watching who hasn't taken part in the competition? Should we give them another chance to join the competition?
I think so.
Yeah. Let's post some links out, shall we?
Yeah.
Where's the right. But look at this sawdust. Look at that. Is that nice or what?
Thomas's eyes are just opening a bit wider behind me. Now he's looking at the sawdust.
That fingernail groove is fingernail
go on. You're hurting me, mate.
Grind is really good. I like it.
Hey, Kim.
Right. Did anyone see where that chunk went? Oh, there it is. There it is.
Oh, wow.
Hey, Cosmic. Okay, Mark Shop Dog Workshop has written Jade.
Right, I've got an idea. Let's do
it. But, can we put the GPS Instagram into? Lovely.
Already done it.
Right, guys, very quickly go over onto the Instagram, please. There it is. There is the link. Go over and put Jade in the comments on Instagram over on GPS, please. And then as soon as you've done that, you will go into the draw. And trust me, you will want to be in this drawer. I'm very, very jealous that I don't work with this stuff because it's gorgeous.
Yeah, I think we've got a nice selection of stuff in the prize.
Yeah, there's some beautiful stuff in there. And there's just so many. I looked at the amount of different things that is in there, and I was looking, I'm thinking, you could do this and you could do that. And it sort of does make your brain, because obviously the material's gorgeous.
Yeah.
No, I'm not allowed. What do you mean, Cosmic? You're not allowed.
Look, we got another one. Get a number.
Oh, okay. I don't think Cosmic can go on Instagram to do it. So Andy, I don't know if Cosmic Maker is AH Bespoke, Andy's son, Cosmic Maker. He's only the same age as Thomas.
That's number 75. Oh,
what did you say?
I bet Cosmic Maker. I think I did it on YouTube. Where are we? I think he's got a number already. Let's have a look.
Right, Richard.
There we are.
No.
Oh, Andy's saying you don't need it, Luke.
Then we got.
Andy, he's gonna come over and he's gonna go in the workshop and go, "Oh, Dad, you love me," and go wandering off with stuff. You do know that.
I mean, I'll go in and
Oh,
end up coming
Doug
out.
says I need it. Right. Now, Maple, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Dale?
Right, it's turned into a winged bowl.
Ooh.
So
Richard
what's the
started
wing
showing
bowl
off.
then?
Sorry,
It's a
What's
bowl
the
with
wing
wings.
bowl?
it's got 2 wings.
Okay, quite obvious then.
Yeah.
Okay, Andy.
Different ways of doing it. There's a wing bowl where it's
Your
like
dad.
a crescent shape, and then
Right.
there's another one where it's an upside down crescent shape, but you got the bowl in the center.
Okay, yeah.
No, he's using Richard. Thomas is coming in for your phone because I think a lot of people actually went on your Jade Part 2 video and put it on as well.
Well,
I've given all those numbers.
Well, you could. I'll do it on my phone instead.
Thomas, you can come down and get my phone if you like, but you can't be in on camera because of the new child thing.
Yeah, you can't be in on camera,
Not on
Thomas,
mine.
so you've got to...
You could be on your own. Right, should we try again? Nice wood, though. Look at that.
Because of the new rules that they're bringing in, mate.
Why?
I'll explain in a bit. It's ridiculous.
It's
Six, how you doing, darling?
it's nothing to do with kids being on camera. It's about
it not?
videos being aimed at kids.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But all you got to do is
Doesn't
you
come
just
until the 11th of December, does it?
no. If you set your channel to because the podcast has done a little bit of research on this. If you set your main channel to the whole channel to be set as my channel is not set to be aimed at kids, you'll be all right.
Okay. Richard. Richard. Right, Barry Godfrey's back. He's just been over and onto that.
Jay.
Hello.
Right, Fred Taylor has put it in on Richard. Look at Control Farm Productions. Huey Lionheart. Okay, so right, oh, fantastic. So yeah, I'm all right because yeah, you've already, bless her, she's already been over and done it. You star, Ali. You just noticed that. You've been over and given everybody number. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Right. So everybody needs to check on the video that Richard did what your number is. If not, go back over and then you'll have to check what your number is on I'm getting confused. Yeah, that one. I'll give up. Holy coffee! Right. Right. Well, they should have all seen their reply anyway. If they've.
Yeah, but just in case, you know. Hey, can you just stop?
Right. Fantastic. We've got quite a few people on here.
We've had 78 entries into the competition.
Yeah. Whoever gets this is going to be very, very lucky. Oh, and Cosmic has been over and he's put it on as well, bless his heart. So yes, he does have a number. That's number 58 for Cosmic.
Right, I think.
I'm not sure, Caitlin. What tool is Richard using at the moment?
What's what? Sorry.
What tool is Richard using at the moment? Caitlin wants to know.
I'm using
A fingernail grind with a gouge.
It's a bowl gouge. It's the Robert Sorby Sovereign system. So you can change these collets and stuff to put different ones in. And then I've put a fingernail grind on it because I really want to use this long edge on this stuff, and it's really sharp. Anyway, oh, there's Ramsdale. Hello, Dad.
Get out of the way.
There he is.
Hey, Rat.
Hey,
how you doing?
Hello, mate. You all right?
So we got
Yeah, good. How are you?
Coffee.
Yeah, not bad, mate. Not bad.
Coffee.
we got 46 people in. That's good. That's a good
Mummy
turnout.
really wants to drink it that quick, mate.
But the thing is, there was how many? 73 or something.
78.
Oh, come on, guys! You've got to be out there somewhere.
You can do better than this. The link's in the chat, someone, guys. Come on, go over to GPS Agencies on Instagram. Go and put Jade in on there. The link is in the what's it somewhere in the chat.
That's lovely, isn't it? That's what.
And you will be in to win some awesome stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely shavings there.
Thomas, can you bring your Instagram up so I can have a look on, see how many who's on there?
Right, so
Sneak's in. Hi, Sneak. We've got Jean Chambers. Hi, Jean. Hi, Larry.
Hello,
Hello,
everyone.
anybody else?
Hello.
Jeff Christie's in.
Nathan, did you see
Trouble's in the room.
Sorry, what was that, Rich?
Did you see what just happened with this bowl?
No, I literally just got on. The boy was not wanting to go to sleep.
It kind of there was a crack on the inside that didn't know about, and it exploded. So now it's going to be a winged bowl.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh mate, wing bowls are cool. That's my thing. So
Good,
yeah,
let's do it
up
then.
my street.
Well, can I, just before you start doing that again, there's a couple of people on here that don't have Instagram. So very quickly, David McClearen, go on to Richard's part 2 of the JT light holders. If you want to be in with for the draw and you don't have Instagram, quickly go over to there, write Jade into the description. Okay? And then come back and let us know that you've done it. And then Alison can give you a number for it. Okay?
Oh, there's Claire's Crafty Corner.
Yeah. Oh, lovely. Cosmic Maker, Luke, his first video will be made soon. So well done.
Nice.
Good, hurry up. Joking, I can't really say that.
No, you can't. He has got 4 videos.
Doug, you are right. I did give Doug a hard time for not going and entering. So.
Right, okay.
He probably deserved it anyway.
It does.
Yeah.
Do.
Okie dokie, sweetheart. But it's nice to see you, Larry. You be careful when you're installing that. Oh, no. There'll be a pain in the backside messing around with class. Yes, Fred Taylor's right. Richard kept stalking us until we entered, he says. But trust me, it's definitely worth it, guys. Okie dokie, Larry. Take care, sweet pea. All right. Wow. Love you all. Right. And right. This JP, this is a very, very important question for you, JP. Are you listening?
Yeah.
Right. Claire from Claire's Crafty Corner wants to know, does JP make a decent cup of tea? Think before you answer, because she will be testing you on this.
See?
That all depends.
I like tea.
On what? It depends on what.
That all depends on if Richard gets here before Claire does.
Oh,
Richard drinks coffee.
Tea and coffee.
Then does Claire drink coffee?
Don't you shut up. Look at me.
Yes, I do. I've been making it since I was knee high to a grasshopper.
Yeah, my dad used to have his tea. It's strong enough to stand the spoon up in it, as far as he was concerned. That's how we used to call it. Strong enough to stand
Yeah.
the spoon.
Like treacle.
Yeah. I'm taking the big now, says.
Yeah.
Right. I think I've got everyone now. We're up to 80.
Wicked.
Wow.
Right. So anybody else that's not done it, quickly go over and either onto Instagram or over onto Richard's part 2 of the tea light holders. Right, Jade in the description, or go over onto GPS agencies on Instagram. Make sure you subscribe. Is it called subscribe? It's on there. It's following on Instagram, isn't it? Yeah, it's following on Instagram. So please follow, and then right, Jade. Yeah, and right, obviously. Yes, obviously. I didn't get to sleep till like 9 o'clock this morning. And then I was Richard woke me up at 2:30 this afternoon. My brain was just like wide awake all night, and it was coming up with all these random things that I could learn. We already know I'm mad.
Yeah, but oh god, I think one of them got salt pinned down.
Yeah, JP, would you mind putting the link to Richard's part 2 of the JT like candles, if for people that don't have Instagram, please?
Yeah.
I don't do sleep. Oh, you know what I should have done to save me an absolute fortune? I should have got because obviously when you get stuff in from the US, you have to pay a stupid amount of money to parcel force and then to the US, EU customs. I could have had it delivered to Jake's, and you could have bought it home from me, JP.
There you go.
I wouldn't mind. I feel like I'm 90 with a big foot, but I still don't nod off. I don't sleep. That's the bleeding problem. Well, we told you if you're coming down south, then you know you're welcome. We'll find somewhere, find space. We do have a 7-seater, so we can sort that out. MC next year. You're going, aren't you, Ali?
Yes, yeah, we should be. Yeah, we're just sorting it out this week.
Oh, fantastic!
Yeah,
I'm actually going this year.
One of the videos was the part 2 one.
I think it was the last video we put out. I can't check at the moment.
In his workshop. Yeah, so I've got it.
Thank you, sweetheart. Right.
Oh,
so yeah, people that don't have it.
Are you talking about on his YouTube? Yeah.
Yeah, on his YouTube. Yeah, it's this part 2 of the candle holders.
Okay.
So I'm going to commit murder in a minute. If you, I swear to God, I will rip your nuts off myself in a minute.
I bet you don't.
Oh, after the night I had with him last night, I tell you what, that bleeding rat's driving me insane. His bookkeeper's knocked us up in the 28th.
Well, Dale, I wish I had time to make a rack for my spray paint. Barely have time to make a rack for my consumables.
Well, we have 8. I have the internal dimensions of my cage are 4 foot by 3 foot by 2 foot. So we've had to separate it into 2 at the moment because I've got 2 that are hormonally aggressive. So they're just like the teenage years going on at the moment. So it's quite fun. Tara Turnings is in. Hi, Tara. Thank you, JP. That's the thing, Billy. If you're all coming over, you may as well make a proper holiday of it. But you need to decide what you want to see while you're over here, because there's a lot of stuff in the whole country from top to bottom and left to right. You know what I mean? So you really need to sort of pin down what you want to go and do while you're here. If that makes sense, doesn't it? Like an itinerary. I'll get my teeth in on that one.
Itinerary?
Yeah, that one.
Is that any better, Polbon?
Right, so Terence just thought I'd done the jade as well. Did you do it on
on YouTube?
Okay, yeah. Chris, you and Colin said it does look like Richard's using the horn on his helmet to carve at times.
Maybe he is.
Quick one for Dale, Maple Tree Studios. He said, could you make a gouge handle from resin? The answer would be yes, you can. I don't know if you can see in the video that.
That is stunning in real life. I have seen that.
Oh wow!
Is that whole I did thing make resin? A handle. Yeah, one piece of poly resin from GPS.
Oh,
blue with gold flaking. Don't know if I can get the whole thing in the picture there. It's about 800 mil long end to end.
That's huge.
Yeah, well, it's a 20 mil bowl gouge from Ashley Isles, so I felt it needed a substantial handle for it. Really worked well. It's quite hard to turn, but well worth it, and it's a beautiful tool to use.
Do you ever find it might get a bit slippery or something, or moisture?
The tool to use, no. To be honest, it grips beautifully. It's never been a problem to use. I pretty much don't use my roughing gouge anymore. I just use that because it's such a large gouge as well. You can use it on everything. I rough out everything from wood blanks. All those Christmas trees I've been doing, pen blanks. Everything. Sort of taking it down to rough, and then it even works really well for shear cutting as well. So using the wing on the side, just because it's got so much weight to it, it doesn't bounce. Beautiful.
Right, hang on a second. I've just lost it now. There was a right. First of all, Mike from Shop Dog Workshop wants to know how is the blade set.
Say again.
I'm assuming that's Nathan, or is that Richard? I don't know.
On the gouge, is that, guys? Sorry, whose comment was that?
Mark Shop Dog Workshop. He put that comment in a bit farther up, but I'm not sure if that's to you or Richard. But Dave the Wood Barber also wants to know what is the durability of the handle. Is it, how strong is it, like for woods, etc.?
I made it about got to be near on 2 months ago. It's not shown any signs of wear or tear. It's not felt weak at any point. I had to, unlike a wooden handle, you usually do the whole 1/2 mil small and hammer the chisel in. I had to do it precise size and then epoxy the metal handle into it. It's about 70 mil deep in, and I let in, you see there, I don't know if you can see that there, guys, I let in a piece of, it's actually hanging rail, 25 mil hanging rail, that I drilled the hole, then thinned the resin till it fits snugly. glued that over, turned the handle, and then just epoxy resin the gouge into the top. But it was a snug fit. It just meant that it never moved again. Left it to harden overnight. I've had no concerns with it at all.
Right,
Yeah, that's what everybody wanted to know.
how we doing, guys?
Right, Alison, over to you, sweetheart, for a minute.
Thank you very much. All entries, we're finished now with all the entries. So any after now won't be counted because I'm losing track of numbers and everything. So we'll draw it in a couple of minutes, if that's okay.
Okay, yeah.
And I've got I've given everyone a number which everyone's had a reply to. I've also got a list on a spreadsheet, so I will generate a random number from the random.org website.
Brilliant, thank you. Brilliant.
Cool.
That'll be great. So good luck, everybody.
Oh, it's exciting when someone's winning a competition. Let's have a look. Just one last check that I haven't missed anyone. Right.
Yes, I believe GPS is going to be having a stand at Make a Central Mark. If that's correct, Ali?
Yes, yeah, we're sorting it out this week. Yeah, we were meant to sort it out yesterday, but I was home because our little one wasn't very well. But yeah, we're really looking forward to that show.
Oh, it's going to be fun.
Oh, I've got another. Right, I think everyone has entered, so shall we draw it?
Okay, yeah, Sneak says he hasn't been given a number.
Oh, okay, let's have a look.
Come
Sneak's
on,
Warlock.
Sneaks.
Get a bit sneak.
Sneak,
in
did
there.
you put it on Richard's or did you put it on...
Number 35, Sneaks Wall Art is. You put it on Instagram.
Okay.
There we go.
You're number 35. Unless there are
Right,
two
good luck.
Sneaks Wall Arts.
Nope.
There's no
Sneak is one of a kind.
There's only one.
We've got numbers
Hey,
1
Natasha.
to 7. I mean, you're not going to be able to see this on the screen. Where are we?
Hang on a sec. Let me just put you on full screen.
Okay.
Right. Good luck to everybody who's has gone in.
Right. So there we are. Numbers 1 to 87. So I'm going to click generate. Generate. And the winner is number 34. Everyone see that? My wobbly hands. Right, let's go and have a look, see who that is. And that should be Sparta Customs.
Cool.
Well done. I don't think Sparta's in.
Okay.
Is Sparta in tonight?
I'll go and find their.
Can't say I've seen them.
Where are we?
We should have made it so you have to be in the live.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, to be fair, they did know it was being drawn, so I would have thought everybody would have been in.
Congratulations.
Oh, Sneaks, one number off, bless you.
Yeah. Oh, that was a shame.
So close.
I'm just having a look for them. Sparta Customs. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Where are they?
Oh, Terry's here. Terry, I haven't forgot about you.
Hey, Terry.
I'll ring you in the next couple of days. I've been busy. Oh, nice turnout. We got 56 in, which is good. I'm going to go cry on the dusty corner of my shop. Whoa! Love you, Richard. I'm fanboying so much.
Oh, my God. Hello, JP.
My first ever super chat.
Thank you.
Cool.
Yep, that's Richard's first super chat. Cool, thank you.
So what's that then? Is that people can donate?
They can, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
There's on the channel there's a little dollar sign at the bottom, and then people can donate to the channel.
Well, it's actually a picture of a house on some people's.
Is it?
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it varies on different channels, I think.
Cool. That's good.
So
Yeah, Sparta Customs, I believe. Is that who's the winner?
Yeah.
Yes.
He
Yes,
is
Sparta
actually,
Customs, Stephen.
where's his
I've
Sparta?
just commented on their post on the Instagram.
Fantastic.
It's
Oh
exciting.
my God!
So,
Thank you, thank you, Jen. Bless her.
Oh.
Jen's just put one in as well.
Here's Jen.
Yay, Jen! And so it begins.
Well, I have got Sparta Customs over there, but I can't find him. He's on there somewhere.
I'll
Yeah, I know
just-
he's on Thomas's board as well.
Oh, there he is. Can you see me
Up
there?
there.
Oh, you got him up there.
Well
Oh,
done,
cool.
mate. Well done. Thanks, Jen. That is really nice of you.
Yeah, that was really sweet. Thank you, darling. Yeah, Sparta is going to be so chuffed when he finds out about that.
He is, yeah. He is.
Gonna love that
What
stuff.
sort of things does he make then?
I think it does. Let's have a look. I don't want to don't embarrass myself and right.
Caitlin said, "Did you get her stickers? She sent them out last week."
Nope.
We
You
haven't
got mine
seen any
yet,
yet,
Rich?
darling.
Oh, sorry. Yes, Nathan, I've got yours. Yours came 2
Ah.
days ago. Sorry, they're still upstairs.
That's all right. Don't worry.
Oh, and yes, somebody sent me some
They got
stickers
there.
as well, so thank you very much.
Oh, Dave the barber.
Oh, cool.
Getting in there.
Oh, God, Dave, thank you. I feel pressured. Apparently, Sneaks Warlord says Sparta is a good friend of mine. Does that help in a win lol?
Yeah, tell him you were here for him, even though he wasn't here. So I've got to give you some.
So
Yeah.
he owes you a penny.
Yeah.
mate.
I'm going to leave Sparta Customs. He's only recently come onto YouTube. I think he was mainly Instagram. So what I do,
He's a metal worker and artist.
I will
Oh,
leave
cool.
a link
Oh,
to
there
his
you go.
channel, guys. If you want to subscribe to him, tell him who sent you, and I really appreciate that.
Yes, the Mad Maker. We're
yes,
in
Mad.
Portsmouth.
Sparta. Right, I'm going to put a link to his channel. He's only
Nice.
got 9 subscribers, guys. We can help him, surely. But just say, oi.
Get
Right.
it, check it out.
Paste. There you go. There's Sparta Customs. Hopefully, he'll have a little influx of
Yeah,
subscribers.
he'll be like, oh, what's going on?
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what? It makes a hell of a difference. Every single, I know it's silly, but every single time I look at my thing and I've got another subscriber. Not so much now because it gives you
Right.
kind of a roundup. It doesn't give you individual subscribers, but every time I go up 10 subscribers, I can see that, and it's just makes it much more worth the hours and hours and hours.
It's not silly.
Right.
It's nice.
Yeah.
You're a
He's-
stoppy sod, aren't you?
Oh.
Sparta's now got 13, including me, guys. So go over and give Sparta some love. And if there's anybody in the chat that you haven't been on their channel, please go over. Please sub to everybody.
That's if you like their
You know-
channel. That's if you like them. You might not like what they do and then don't subscribe if you don't have to or you don't want to.
Well, no,
The
but it's nice. It helps the community.
I know, but
The problem is if you go over to someone's channel and you go and subscribe to them and you don't watch their content, that can actually hurt a channel.
it can, yeah.
Yeah.
It goes
I
against their
try and
analytics, you know, and their view times and all that sort of
yeah,
stuff.
I try and
Yeah.
get through one video from each person if I can a week.
I try.
Yeah.
I try my hardest to work my way through.
Oh, Dale, thank you.
It is really hard. Right. Is Chris is Chris in yet? Young Chris. So I'm supposed to be giving a shout out to a Chris. Let me
Right,
get
Dale's found the unicorn stickers. Now I've got to find it.
it. Right. So there's a young lad. There's a young lad called Chris Walters. I thought it was Chris Walker, but I promised him I'd give him a shout out. He's not here, I don't think. Are you there?
I
Chris
think he,
Walker?
yeah, Chris Walker's there. He's
Chris
on there.
Walker's here, but not. This is Chris Walters.
Oh, sorry.
Walters, yeah.
Yeah.
I believe the young man's in Virginia, and he's just getting into woodworking. and what have you.
I'm giving him a shout out. I really want to encourage him.
Yeah.
He's a wheelchair and a powered wheelchair user. Terums. Oh, thank you very much. So he's a powered chair user, just learning to wood turn. So he's been picking my brains. Hopefully, I've been giving him the right advice. But you'll find out. But anyway, a big shout out to Chris Walters. This is the fella. I'll show you a little picture of him.
Go on, Chris.
Does he need me to? Does he hire me to catch the wood when it comes flying off the lathe?
No, not you, Chris Walker. Chris, what are you on about?
Walters.
Chris Walters. See, I'm getting confused.
Yeah, Chris
Walters. Right, bear with me. Right.
Is he on Instagram, Rich?
Yes, he doesn't post a lot.
Hey, Joey.
Trying to encourage him to share his story with the rest of the world because it is a real inspiration. This guy isn't just your average guy. He's stuck in this wheelchair. Let me just find the picture of him.
Yeah.
But I'd like it. I mean, I'd like to for him. I'm trying to convince him to share his life with people because there are people out there in his situation, which I think.
Tell him to shoot me a message on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Is that Walters 7198 on Instagram?
Can you share his link, sweetheart?
Yeah, right. Oh, here we go. Right, so this is a young fella. I don't know if you can see him.
Yeah.
Is that the guy that you found?
Yeah, that's the one.
That's him.
Yeah.
Go over and
he's a real inspiration, bless him. He really is.
Let me find his Instagram and I'll share it.
2 secs.
Are you doing
I think I found it. I think I found it. I think I know. I've worked out how to do this. Does that work?
I haven't got a clue, so I'm not touching anything.
Yes, Chris, it's Walters 7198. What I'll do is I'll just share this now. Control C. There we go. Control V. Yeah, if you wouldn't mind, is it gone on?
That's what I tried putting up.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. So, if you wouldn't mind going over, checking him out, tell him the Beard X16 sent you, and I don't know, I gave him a shout out. But well, there you go. So I'm going to hopefully.
Yeah, Kim says yes. He is a Facebook friend of mine. He's a great guy, and Chris is an inspiration. He's amazing. So yeah, everybody go out and check him out.
Cool. Shall we get back to doing a little bit of turning then? I mean, has your food come out?
Yeah. Yeah. He's waving the bag at me.
Oh, you enjoy it.
Okay. Right. Don't let us keep you. If you want to stay, you're quite welcome. If not, then go and have some tea.
And stuff my face. Well, I'll pop on another day though and stay with you.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
All right.
That'd be cool.
On, Ellie.
Yeah.
Cool. But
nice.
I think I'm going to pop
Thank you for tonight.
Saturday. I think I've got to drop the special secret
project.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
There's only 2 weeks till I come down here. So.
Yeah.
You'd better bring the elephant pictures back then.
Yeah.
So I can take copies.
I usually use Alison's loo, so I'll take a picture.
That's okay, Ali. Well, no, I could do with the original, so I can take multiple pictures if that's okay. We'll bring it back to you.
Yeah, no worries.
What's the story behind that? Is it who did that little painting?
Where did that elephant picture come from? It's years old because obviously we're all for the elephants and Ivory Alternative. So whenever there's an elephant picture, people think of us. And was it from South Africa, that one? He can't remember. He usually remembers everything, but I think he's hungry.
You've been working him too hard.
Yeah.
Poor Matt.
Poor
She's
Matt.
on about how much she could delegate to you today, Matt. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I've started writing a list for him.
Okay, cheers. See you
See you
later.
later.
Love you both. Enjoy and look
Take
to
it
you,
easy,
Listen.
Alison.
Bye.
Bye bye, darling.
Bye bye.
Right, I'm going to crack on and do a bit of turning.
Rich, just before you get back into that,
Yeah.
just a tip on wing turn-ins. You will always find it will cut nicer if you come in from the outside, head into the middle, if that makes sense.
Okay, I'll try that.
You'll reduce the breakout. That's all it is.
Yeah, there is a little bit of breakout there, a little bit of tear out there. Look.
Right.
Yeah, if you come from the front and head in, give it a try. It's how I do all of mine.
Oh, is it? Right. I've not done many of these, so all the...
God bless you, Wayne. Thank you, darling.
You'll do more after this. You'll get
Bless you all.
hooked.
Thank you.
Thanks, Wayne. I really
Wayne,
appreciate that.
right, bear with me quickly. Barry Godfrey. Richard, my lad Tom Godfrey wants to say hi to your Tom and has asked for a sticker, please.
Yeah. Tom, are you in the Thomas, are you in the chat? Yeah, we can sort that out. If you message me or message Thomas, we can sort that out. No problem.
Yeah, we'll get the stickers over to you. So,
a limited edition one if you want. I haven't got many left, so once they're gone, they're gone. I think I've got about 20 left. So I've spoke to James over at Makers Central today. So I sent him my artwork. So I'm on the Makers Central Makers attending there with JP. Have you got yours on there, Nathan?
No, I haven't yet. I haven't spoken to anyone from it, but I'm going with GPS, so I probably need to start talking to someone, I suppose.
I'll give you the email later so that you can get in touch and let them know you go and send them your artwork, and they'll put you on the site.
Lovely, thanks, Rich.
I think I'm going to help.
JSG would also like a sticker as well, Richard.
Okay.
Sorry.
The plan is to demo on GPS to stand for them, show some of the stuff you can do.
Let it cool down a little bit.
No, stick it on.
It's red hot.
Yeah, that's the whole idea.
That's definitely red hot.
Literally, red hot.
Just stick it on. God.
Wow.
Now that is cool. That is cool.
Now, see, the hotter, the better. Remember when I heated that one up for you for about 5 minutes? It was red hot the same, and it works a lot better.
I don't think I've ever seen one that hot.
He's gonna stop him.
Richard, for God's sake, do not brand yourself again. Don't brand yourself again. Whatever you do.
I'm not going to brand myself again. That hurts like mad.
I thought you loved it with all your tattoos.
I nearly cried. Put it that way. I nearly cried my eyes out like a little girl. It was the best day for me. Right.
Yeah, I think I've had a couple of people send me stickers, and at the moment I can't remember who they are. My brain is just mush. I need to write things down lately. It's terrible. But anybody wants to stick on my wheelchair, or I'm going to be having my scooter and my wheelchair. JP's got to my wheelchair first before anybody else did.
before it was even allowed.
I mean,
yeah. Richard's now got one on there, so anybody wants a sticker on there, stick them up. It's fine.
I've got 2 on there.
Yeah. You've got a spare of mine.
I violated Cheryl's wheelchair.
Oh, bless. Poor Joy, she's got flu. Yeah, get better, Joy. Get better soon, sweetheart. That bloody flu's horrible. I'm terrified of getting flu, to be perfectly honest.
I've tried explaining to Claire from Claire's Crafty Corner what she's to expect at Make Essential, and she's not listening to me. I've told her to take Sharpies to sign autographs, and I expect to have her picture taken, but she doesn't believe me.
Yes, Claire, you need to do what he says. Because trust me, that's what's going to happen. That's why Richard got that. He was a bit shocked, actually, I think. Sneaks. Now, do you want it on the wheelchair or do you want it on the big mobility scooter? Because bear in mind, this thing is huge. And anybody that gets in my way, I'm being very polite because I know the kids in the room. Anybody gets in my way at Makers, you are going to lose your feet. Just to warn everybody now, it's 179 kilo in weight. Okay? So it's a big bugger.
It's all right. I'm bigger than that.
I haven't got any stickers, Colin. I have got to actually get my logo made up, but I just haven't even figured out how to do it yet. I know what I want. I've got to get it made up because people keep telling me I need stickers.
Really want.
Yeah. God, I remember where I was when that came out.
Zigga zigga.
Oh, God. Yes, they are steel toe caps. Yes, babe, you are right, darling. Jake said your scooter is a tank, Mom. There's no other way to describe it. But come on, if you got to do it, you got to do it right. I like to go out in the woods with my dogs and stuff, so a little piddly scooter ain't going to do that. Plus, they don't feel safe and they're not comfortable. This one's got like a huge office type chair on it and everything. It's amazing. Richard, where did you get the branding iron from?
I got it from a guy in where was it? In Russia.
Was he on it?
Russia, actually. I will. If you go back into this video in the next couple of days, I'll leave a link to him in the description for this video. Okay.
Yeah, I've got to get a brand.
It's over Russia way somewhere.
Okay, you take care, Cosmic. No night, sweetheart.
Good night.
Cheryl. Good night. Did you just say you've got to get a brand?
Yes,
you're like a human branding iron. You don't need one.
Yeah, I know. It's just easier for me to have a brand. Just to, you know what I mean?
Well done, Sparta. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, Sparta's in. Well done, Sparta. You're going to love that stuff when it comes. Ooh. Richard, do you want to mute yourself while you're doing that? Because poor Joy's got a banging headache.
Is Sparta in?
Yes, Sparta's just joined.
He's just come in.
Oh, congratulations.
Is Sparta.
We've also sent a few people over your way. Anyway.
Barry, go over onto Facebook, darling, or Instagram and do it on there, sweetheart. I don't know if you can send messages on YouTube.
No, not anymore.
No, you can't. So you'll have to do it on Facebook, darling, or Instagram. But yeah, I know what I want. Because it's Pyro Arts by Shez, so I'm gonna have the P, and then I want the A hanging off the bottom of the P, if that makes sense, and then the C hanging off the bottom of the A, going down. If that makes sense, like slightly diagonal.
You should draw it.
I need to get that done.
Get someone to vector line it, Ches.
It's just getting around to it lately. I don't know I don't know. I think there's been a bit of a bug in the house, and everybody else is over it, but it tends to linger with me.
Fair enough.
So I have literally, I've been a zombie for the last what, 2 weeks, babe? Oh, shit, he's turned it off. Yeah,
well, I
about
do hope
2
you're
weeks
feeling
now.
better.
It's zombified. Thank you. This problem when you get fibro. So when you've got fibro, if you've got a cold, it makes it more because you feel like you've got the flu anyway. But if you get a cold, you have the flu instead, if that makes sense. So I'm terrified of getting the flu. Whenever my kids are ill, I hide in the bedroom. I don't come out.
Yeah.
I know that sounds so awful. I know it does.
No, I get that.
But
That's fair enough.
no. Oh, Gil, the bearded woodworker's in. Hi, Gil. But yeah, I'm just so scared of getting ill.
What's going on, Gil? Or should I say good day?
Oh, Gil's. Are you in Australia?
Yeah, he is.
Okay. Yeah. What part? Because I know there's been some awful bushfires out there. Yeah, Jake's been felling at college for 2 weeks. He's actually bought me some really nice pieces of willow back. So, and hopefully Richard will get around to it this weekend if he's got some time. And we have an old shed that we don't use. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to turn it into a wood storage shed. So I can get it. We've got a big metal tub that we can actually wax all the edges of the wood so it doesn't crack. And like the rounds that Jake's bought, we'll wax all around the edges.
Gil said he's in the thick of it.
Oh, God, Gil.
He's in New South Wales.
Oh, bless you, sweetheart. Please stay safe, darling.
God, bad enough. The Wales over here is bad enough. Fancy in New Wales.
Oh, God, there's so many things I could say. And I can't because there's kids in it. You're a bad influence, you are, Jamie. I've got all these things running through my head now that I could say. Yes, Jake is so excited. He has got his own chain. He's a really good chainsaw we got him recently for his Christmas present. I had to force him to take it back outside because he put it under his bed last night. This thing is his baby. Yeah. Well, he didn't want to forget it because he was taking it to college. So I got Richard to go and grab it and take it back outside. I don't want the bloody thing in the house. He's like, but there's no fuel in it, Mum. I was like, I don't care, get it out. Richard's just decorated their bedroom.
Can I give a bit of advice to Jake?
Yeah?
Go and siphon out your dad's car.
It's diesel.
It's probably diesel.
Yeah. No, the car's diesel, Jake. The car's sorry, he's in the room behind me there. Yeah, the car's diesel. It's got one of those anti-siphon things. I don't know.
Most do now.
Right, next door's car then.
Something from the shed's in. Hi, darling. How are you? He says, hey, guys, just popping in to say hello. I miss you all. And most times I can't stay, but I watch them all the next day. Well, as long as you get to pop in even for 2 minutes, sweetheart, it's lovely to see you in here. It really is.
Yeah.
You know? What was that for? Come here. Come here. Come here. Hello. What was that growl for? Who did you growl? You've got gunk in your eye. Come here. Look who this is. Who's this? Excuse me. Come back here. Let's say hello. He's like, no. So Jay says, I want my ball. Which Richard actually had to remove his ball all of his balls the other day. Because Richard, nearly was not doing any more YouTube at all because he went flying down the stairs after he trod on one of their Care Bears balls on the stairs.
Oh.
Yes. You can imagine the air was blue with the language. He's Yeah.
Yeah.
Good old 80 grit gouge.
Yeah.
As JP.
Oh,
Yeah,
Claire, hello.
That's the fun
Yeah.
wing turning there, Rich.
Yeah, there you go. He's taking a JP trick there. Do a bit of sanding with a power drill.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I just say, making it out of
Claire, have we frozen?
No.
No, Cheryl's frozen. Yeah, so Claire from Make It Out of the Woods is in. Cheryl's frozen. Unless she's active.
I can still hear you. She's very good at miming. Yay! We can't hear Cheryl.
Let's just hope she can't hear you.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
this
she's
is
gone
going
offline
to
now.
drive. No, I'm here.
Oh, yay! I'm glad you're back, Cheryl.
Mm,
Oh no, she's gone again. She's gone again. What's going on with Cheryl? She's in. She's doing the okie dokie. She's got a one step in, a one step out, in, out, in, out.
don't. I tell you what, this has really been winding me up for the last couple of days. Richard needs to sort this out because
Yeah,
if I get on the
Cheryl-
phone to Virgin, they won't
No,
want to talk to me.
Woosah, Cheryl. Woosah. Woosah. That's what you
It
got to
don't
do. Down here like that. Woosah.
Doesn't work. Do you know what my meditation is? And this is going to sound really screwed up.
Pyrography.
Yeah. Burning things is actually meditative.
Stay away from me for a little
Right,
while.
says.
Like burning things, it's like, I don't know. I find it so meditative. But the thing is, I'm following a pattern, right? Yeah.
As long
So,
as
like, for
Jamie isn't
instance-
written on said pattern.
No, you're all right. That's
Just the gold.
that's Vicky's pattern. But no, I'll be doing some, and I'll sort of go into my own little world, and somebody will come and talk to me, and I'll wake up, almost
I'm
wake
trying
up,
to go
like
in my
I'm at this little world.
I tried to go in my own little world, but you lot won't let me.
Yeah, you have to do yours live though, Richard.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. But yeah, I find that the bits I've added that weren't there in the first place, and I'm looking at it now, I'm thinking, but my brain must have thought, no, it has to be in there to begin with, so I leave it in and I don't stress about it because it's my art. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, but yeah. The best thing is though, when me and Richard are out shopping and I see something and I go, and I say, and we'll be chatting and we'll say what we're doing. I say, yeah, I've got to finish burning that owl when I get home, and people will look at you because they hear burning owl, and they look at you quite funny. You know, I'm like I said the other week to Richard, oh, I've got to burn Mum's dog, and people are like, but it's the looks on their faces. They actually really think that's what you're going
say
to
it
do.
and leave the room.
Yeah. And Jake, that glass door was not broken until I put my fist through it. Okay, can I just clarify that? You know, that's why, like, I ended up going to hospital. I don't know if you can see it, but I have a really nice little scar and damaged tendons just there. Yeah.
Come on.
What's
going on here?
My kids were upstairs, and one of our nephews was up there, and he wasn't exactly the behaving the best, shall I say. And I sort of at this point had enough, and I went flying through the door. This was many, many years ago. I think Thomas was like less than a month old. I went flying through the door, and it had them little glass panels, and I slammed it open, and as I went through, it slammed back on me. So I put my arm out to stop it, like that, and I had a full flat hand on it, but I missed the little bar with wood, and I went straight through the glass panel.
Ouch.
And I'm allergic to. He's making a winged bowl, darling, out of fir chestnut.
There you go.
But yeah. So yeah, I it was quite funny because I pulled my arm back and there was like blood pumping out. There was like blood pumping everywhere. I had to have an ambulance to the hospital. And I'm allergic to local anaesthetic and it don't work anyway. So there's the doctor. Apparently Richard said I was growling at him while he was trying to clear out the bits of glass. And trying to stick it all back together. Richard said I was actually growling. Apparently the doctor was terrified. I'm a pussycat, really. Shut up, Jake. Don't say anything. Colin knows I'm a pussycat. I know Colin. He just calls me the dragon occasionally. Which I don't mind because I like dragons. No.
I think I might have to send a blank to Rich. I'm gonna as soon as I can. Cheers. I'm gonna send one of these to Rich.
Oh, what was that?
This is a bit of walnut, American black walnut. These are cut ready for the type of winged bowls that I make.
Yeah.
I would like to see what Rich can do with it. I've
that
got
would
a few.
be awesome, thank you.
So I'm gonna, as soon as I can, I'll get one sent to him. I'd like to see what he can do with it.
I want to show you something. Look, I've got my own little wood stash going. Well, Richard's green screen's in the way, but I got my own little wood stash going. Look, it's all basswood. All this is, but this is the chestnut that Richard did for me earlier today. This is a much better. So I've got some nice thick pieces. So thank you very much for that, Andy, for the chestnut, sweetheart. And Jake, earlier today, Richard will show you in a minute when he's finished what he's doing. Jake's brought back a load of willow that he cut down today at college. So I've never Look. I'm so accident prone lately. So it is willow, isn't it, Jake? Yeah. It's nice big thick pieces, so Richard can probably get me 2 pieces out of each one.
Lovely.
But it'll probably, if I can get it right, because the brick shed that we have outside, it's just full of junk.
Right.
So what we're going to do is we're actually going to use it as a wood storage and drying area.
Yeah. To be fair, wood stores only really need to be sheltered. Yeah. Maybe a bit more for what you do.
Well, that's the thing, because obviously I'm working the house as well, so everything that I use the wood has to be dry for me.
Yeah.
I mean, the internet's gone off. No, there we go. I know you can. I believe you'll have to correct me, you two, if I'm wrong. But you can turn wet wood, can't you?
Yep.
I believe.
Yeah. Turn green wood.
Yeah.
You usually turn it to a rough size, let it dry out, and then turn the final bowl from it. 8 months to 2 years later.
Yeah. Well,
I'm a terrible wood hoarder here. So
I don't think there's any such thing as a terrible wood hoarder.
Oh no, there is. So right, I've got all these blanks for Christmas trees. I've got all these blanks for bowls and different things. Then up here, I've got a huge slab of oak. That's about a metre long.
See, now I am dueling now because I love oak.
Oh, that piece, I've no idea what I'm going to make, but it's about a metre long, 400 mil wide, and about 3 inches thick. And then the other day I came across at work.
Bear with me just 2 seconds, Nathan. Sorry. Yeah, good night, Claire. Thank you for coming in, sweetheart.
Night, Claire. Have a good one.
Oh dear, you bought a pyrography machine. Which one did you buy? Sorry, it depends which one. All the woods are pretty much the same stuff like you. Anything that is any way, shape or form in poisonous, like yew is, for instance, don't burn it. I like heather wood, which a lot of what I actually use is heather wood from the range, or I buy it online.
Not plywood or MDF.
Not plywood or MDF, because on plywood, you literally, what's happening when you're burning, the glue's rising up and you're just burning glue and poisoning yourself. And it is highly dangerous. Also, so I mean, oak is fine. I like beech. I've got basswood, and I'm finding basswood amazing to burn on at the moment. I'm loving the basswood. So, and I mean, when we went back to Yandles to do Richard's Beard Invades recently, and I came back with small basswood. So just stick to woods that you know.
He can hear you.
Well, yeah, I know. I buy more wood than Richard does. I buy more wood than Richard does. But go on.
Richard moved the camera so you can't see him cry.
Caitlin, on YouTube there is a lady called Val. If you go on, put drawing with fire in.
Has she gone again?
It would appear so.
I'm using my OB Shine Juice as a sanding sealer.
Okay.
It works.
Yeah. Doesn't OB Shine Juice work on friction, Rich? I don't know much about it.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, so it works on heat. What you're trying to do is to evaporate the methylated spirits.
You're kicking me off, dude. Okay. I'm back.
It leaves the shellac and the boiled linseed oil behind, and it polishes that. If I got it right, as the methylated spirits evaporates, it polishes. So.
Right.
But it's good stuff.
This is getting ridiculous with this internet. It really is. So I do apologise, Nathan. I went off on a bit of a tangent then when I spotted that.
That's all right.
But yeah, anybody that wants to do learn pyrography, yeah?
I was just going to say, off of his comment, you really haven't seen anything of my collection. This is nothing. I've only been making furniture for about 20 years, so you can imagine what I've collected.
Because I need to.
I'll have to come and have a look and do an invasion at your place.
Oh, definitely at some point.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. So I've only got a small workshop space here, but I make the most of it.
Well, I'm doing JP Saturday and Dale's. So
awesome.
Are you ready, JP?
Nope.
Hide your phone, JP.
I wouldn't expect it.
Nick, what I mean. Ask the flaming Turner what I mean by hiding your phone.
Hiding my phone?
Yeah.
No, that wasn't my fault. Right. Just going to let that evaporate for a minute, and let's have a look at the chat.
I tell you what, Caitlin. I don't have you on Facebook. Richard, do you have Caitlin on Facebook?
I do. I have her on Instagram.
I'll tell you what, Caitlin, send me a friend's request on Facebook, sweetheart.
I've got Caitlin on Facebook.
It'll be easier for me to do, if it's okay with you, we can do a face-to-face. I'm going to be doing the same with Claire Crafty Corners at some point and help her with her pyroing because she wants to learn as well.
What was that, Jen?
You could always do a live evening on your YouTube, Ches.
Yeah, you could.
Could
Yeah.
I?
Do a live pyro lesson.
Do it
What
on
with
the,
all my what 66 followers?
Oh,
So you got to start somewhere.
yeah. I was stuck on 67 followers for ages. I was going to just forget the whole thing and not bother actually making videos. It was frustrating. And then it was every time I hit 87 or something, whether it's 187
Do you want that, dear?
187 or 387, it's just that.
Lucky number 7 or unlucky number 7 as it is.
Yeah, it does my head in. Cheryl fell off the bed.
At least you don't see the 7s anymore.
No. Oh yeah, that's it. That's the good thing. That's actually one good thing. Right. What did Dale say? Oh, and Jen says, what did Jen say? I was just going to read that out.
Dale keeps going on about his self-driving car. I want to get a CD made. You know, they have like on National Express when you get on, X6 will be here, here, and here, and here.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to say about all the features about his car. I want to get put on a disc. So as soon as you get into it, it will tell you everything about his car.
Yeah.
So you don't have to. So all you have to hear. All I have to hear about it is once.
Night, Wayne.
I know. You know what, Dale? I'm going to have to tell you all about my features in my car when I pick you up Saturday morning.
Well, make sure I've got some Bluetooth headsets on. It probably does exactly the same as Dale's because Dale's does everything.
Yeah, it does. It's pretty much the same. Just a different model.
But the funny thing is, though, is Dale's got an. I'm not sure when Dale's got an accent. He's got more of an attitude. His car doesn't even understand.
Isn't Dale French?
No, apparently I'm French because I live 25 miles away from France.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Right.
you have got a point, actually, Jake. Hang on.
Dale's car doesn't understand his accent, so he ends up shouting at it like a typical Scotsman.
I don't think it.
Wayne, stop. See you, Wayne.
I'll explain it. Oh, bye-bye, Wayne.
That was really kind of you.
Doug just said, hang on, JP, I've got to take a picture of that bowl to send to you.
Oh, God. No, Chris, I'm not drunk, sweetheart. I wish I was.
Right, guys.
It's just I've not been to, my brain's just not working.
Huey would like 12 more subs for Christmas.
Ooh, wicked. So anybody, please, that is not sub to Huey, go over, check out his channel, guys.
I'm sure I'm already subscribed to Huey. Yeah, I am.
You can't unsubscribe twice, Huey. Sorry. I mean, subscribe twice.
But, yeah, I could do. I might actually do a video on safe woods, actually, for pyroing on my channel. That might be a good idea, actually, because that could help. I know Claire from Claire's Crafty Corners wants to get into it. It's very easy to get into, but it's the techniques and it's like the oils that you use are different to what you would use wood turning, really. Stuff.
Could always do a series introduction to pyro.
Right.
Yeah, could do.
I'm going to mute myself. I'm going to crack on a little bit longer, guys. Okay.
Cool,
Yeah. But I mean, the only part of my pyro that I hate doing is I have to get Richard to do the transfers for me. Because obviously part of the fibro is your joints are buggered. So I can't put the pressure down to draw it, if that makes sense. But when I'm actually burning, you don't put pressure on the pens when you're burning.
Yeah, it's the heat that does that for you, isn't it?
Yeah. I've seen a lot of people, and it's amazing. I'm surprised a lot of the tips haven't snapped off. Something for you as well, Nick, I noticed the other day in one of your videos, darling. don't have your pen up so high. When it goes red, you are making the metal very, very soft, and you are very likely, you're either going to wear out your machine very, very quickly, or you're literally going to snap off one of your tips at some point. You know, and you need, because I noticed, what was it? I can't remember what he was doing, but yeah, you should never ever use it with your tips that hot.
Were you up?
He was. I noticed Nick the Flaming Turner. I hope he's still in. When he was doing one of his pyro videos recently, his pyro tip was actually red. It was cherry red, and it should never be used when it's that hot. It's far too high, because obviously it weakens the metal. So at some stage that's going to snap off, but it also reduces the lifespan of your pyrography kit when you do that. You know, I very rarely, I don't go above a 3 on my Optima, but my Optima's designed to, I can burn very dark at very low levels, but it's also using the correct tips when you're burning as well. It's like, you know, my spear shaders, they are what it says on the tin, but then you got the modified writing tips, and then you've got ball tips, which obviously then the ball tip, because it's got more metal on it, takes a higher heat and it takes longer to heat up, you know. So it also depends on what it's been doing. I have been doing pyrography for over 2 years now, Claire. I bought, because I wasn't sure if I could actually manage it or not, because the way my hands are and everything. I actually bought a machine off eBay. It wasn't a very expensive one, but it was actually quite good because it had all the different tips on it. So it came with the 2 pens, and you just screw the tips in. And when I was like, yeah, I can do this and I'm really enjoying it, I then went up and I bought my burner that I have now, which is the Optima.
A good way to do things.
Yeah. Well, I know the Optima is one of the best in the world. Yeah,
but it's always good with any hobby to find out if you truly enjoy it and you want to continue with it, with a suitable but cheaper option to start with.
Yeah. Definitely.
And then move up to a more professional version when you know you're going to continue with it.
You know, before I started doing scroll sawing, I was doing pyrography, and I was actually using a 11-pound soldering iron from Wix's.
Yeah, there are. I've actually got one of those.
Took me forever to do anything, but it got what it did the job. So,
I mean, I suppose if you wanted to try wood turning, I suppose like a wood turning club, that would be better, unless you know somebody who has a lathe and that can teach you. Yeah. I suppose a club would be best to go to first, would it not? Instead of going out and buying the lathe.
Potentially, or search on eBay is a good one. Get a second.
Yeah. So a prime example is exactly like you just said. If you wanted to take up wood turn, you wouldn't go out straight away and go and spend £2,000-3,000 on a brand new lathe.
Hi, Chris.
Straight away, you'd go out and spend a couple of £100 on a brand new lathe.
Hello, Chris.
Or spend a couple £100 on an old lathe with a set of chisels and maybe even a chuck chucked in as well, and just play.
Exactly, like Facebook Marketplace, something like that.
Richard, can you hear me? Richard?
Yeah.
Chris Walters is actually in there. Chris Walters, hello, sweetie pie. He did give you a shout out, darling. And we have shared your Instagram on the feed. It will be farther up, sweetheart. But yeah, he'll be here in just a minute. Rich, Chris is in.
Chris is in. Well, I gave you a shout out earlier on, so hopefully you'll get a few more followers. But what we want Chris, is for you to put some pictures of your wood turning projects on your Instagram so people can see them, if that's all right.
Yes, mate.
So that'd
Definitely.
be really cool if you did.
Yeah. I don't know if anybody can put his Instagram into the what's it again? That's all right, Chris. We weren't sure if you were in or not, sweetheart. We did it earlier. But if you want to put your Instagram in on the what's it the live chat feed.
Already done it, Cheryl.
Oh, cool. Oh, wicked Sneaks. Sneaks said he was on 260 on Instagram for 3 years until he met Ocelot. And in 4 months, he's got 700 plus. He said, I'm still in shock.
You did that, Sneaks.
Sneak.
You did that, mate.
Yeah, your
Good work,
art is
mate.
absolutely amazing. It really is, Sneaks.
I know. I can't see it.
Yeah, I agree with Richard. He did that.
Yeah, he did.
But if he wants to blame us,
I think it's about time Thomas made me another cuppa.
I think it is. I think it is.
What?
Thomas,
What Andy gave
you know you love me.
It's
Mommy wants another coffee, please. And Daddy does.
the horse chestnut. So I got that stuff.
Just enough to get to heaven.
My favourite stuff.
Anubis. Oh, it was Odin this time. They've both taken a dislike to my bedroom carpet for some reason, the cats, in the last 2 days. Yeah, could you make your dad a cuppa as well, sweetheart, please?
I'm not sure, can I?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, okay.
right. I can finish the bottom of this anytime, can't I? This little
Yeah,
piece.
get the inside done.
I'm going to flip it round.
Mum, I can't tell you remember this to me.
I honestly think that, oh, yes, you know the bowl that Richard made last week? I'm actually going to be pyroing that. I'm going to pyro some Celtic stuff around the outside, and he's going to sand the inside, and I'm going to pyro the inside of the bowl as well.
Awesome.
But the wood, he actually, I was given that wood a couple of years ago, and it's really thick stuff, and you've got a piece left, haven't you, darling?
Yeah.
So I'm going to get him to try and make sort of a matching smaller version of it. So there's like the two, because I thought that would look really quite cute.
That's it there.
My camera was set and I remember this.
Hey Debbie, how you doing, babes? That's all right. We're all here, sweetheart.
Huh?
Mm. Yes, Debbie Beardall's just jumped in.
Oh.
Stephen Hurley's here. Hey, Stephen. Apparently, Stephen Hurley, my mum and I have an Etsy shop and we'll be at an Etsy event soon. Can I promote myself on your channel, Richard?
Go for it.
I think
Yeah.
you just have, mate.
Yeah. No, put the links in, Stephen. That's perfectly fine by us, sweetheart. What sort of stuff do you and your mum make, darling? Oh, Debbie, don't. I can't knit anymore. It's just.
Who was
I've
that?
got the most gorgeous stuff. That
was
is
that?
Stephen Hurley.
As long as you're a subscriber, that's fine.
Yeah, as long as you're a subscriber, darling. Yeah.
And thanks for asking as well. If you hadn't have asked, I wouldn't have allowed it.
Yeah, Mum, I'm watching a TV show that we have.
Which one? NCIS. I only like the original NCIS. I'm not too keen on all the others.
Yeah, I'm watching the one with Gibson.
You can't without a spanner. All right.
You need the spooner.
You need a spanner, apparently.
What is spooner?
Charlie Delta. I've just subscribed to you, Claire, in brackets, making it out of the woods, so you have one more victim. Is JP bored? Oh, keep your toes to yourself. Oh, I tell you what, Debbie, I so wish I could knit again. I've actually got some beautiful knitting needles.
My name's Jane.
A very expensive set. They're actually they're hand turned wood, but they're splices, so they're all different colours as they go up. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh my god, you do any more?
Rainbow one.
No.
Yes, and I've got the metal rainbow ones.
Mr. and Mrs. Rainbow.
Stephen says I'm on my phone while turning. So it's Hurley Turners on Etsy. And we are at the Hitchin Christmas Barns on the 30th of November. So come and say hello. Are you in the UK or the US? I'm not sure where Hitchin is.
I think that's the UK.
My geography's terrible.
Same. That's what Google Maps is for.
I'll be using that when we go camping. Some of the roads they send that the sat nav sends you up, and you got a great big caravan on the back, and then you're going up roads that you can barely get one car through, and you're like, oh god. The sat nav's like 10, so it's like, you know, so anybody that ever goes anywhere like that, if you've got a van or something on the back, check Google Maps and check those roads out, guys.
Yeah. Look closely at the small roads. Hitchin, Hertfordshire.
Thank you, Jen.
Is that right, Stephen? Oh, and here he's got in there.
That's okay, Chris. Don't worry. Oh, apparently, yes. Andy said Simply Ornate lives up that way as well in Hitchin. Of course you can, Chris. You say whatever you want, sweetheart.
Right, I've got to shoot off for a bit. All right. If you're still live when I'm done, then I'll jump back in. All right.
Okie dokie.
Take it easy, JP.
All right,
Good to
I'll
see you, mate.
I'll speak to you in a bit.
Bye.
And you take it easy. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Yeah, it's UK Hertfordshire. If you are, Chris, you possibly are. I know of one lady that I met at Yandles, the Yandles show this year. She's actually a wood turner in a wheelchair, and oh god, I'm awful with that. I forget people's names so badly. And she was lovely. Oh god, what was her name? Richard might remember.
What?
Oh, you weren't there. I met a lovely lady. But yeah, there aren't many woodworkers that are in wheelchairs, Chris. I mean, having to use one when we leave the house. I mean, they can be such a pain in the ass. You know, they really can be. What, Thomas?
I was going to say, at Major Central, I found a Woodturner who was in a wheelchair, and he was also missing, I think it was either his index finger or his thumb.
Yeah.
And he still managed to do it.
Did everybody hear that?
And he's a really nice guy, and he liked Iron Maiden, so he was in lines. He was one of the first ones to get in for all of us. So I went up and talked to him, and I was like, "Oh yeah, you know."
It may have been Claire. I'm not 100% sure. She had, the lady had very short hair.
Hello.
Yeah. Sorry. Hello. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think he's just doing the inside of the bowl now.
Yeah.
Hey, Angel, how are you, sweet pea? Yeah, Claire, I think it may have been Maggie that I met. As I said, I'm not very good with names. I am awful. No, it's not meant. The menthol is actually in the strip. So it's not a menthol one. Yeah. Yeah, she was with her husband. She was lovely. I think I sat and chatted with her and her hubby for about an hour. Ever such nice people. But no, Chris, I think being a wood turner, you know, with your wheelchair, I think that's absolutely bloody awesome, mate. I really do.
Yeah.
As I said, having to use one on a regular basis, it is a pain in the ass. That's personally, that's how I find it. So you must have your workshop set up perfectly. So I'm definitely got. So I mean, if you could get any pictures of your workshop as well with the way you've got it set up, I mean, that would be awesome, sweetheart. If that would be okay, if you could post some of those on your Instagram, because you could inspire, and you probably do inspire so many people. You know, and that's the really great thing is we want to inspire more people from every walk of life to get into making something and using their hands.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
Hand skills are much more enjoyable in life. They'll get you a lot further.
Yeah. Well, it's like Thomas and Caitlin. You know, I mean, Caitlin's what, 14? Thomas hasn't been in the shed for quite some time. There are reasons. Yeah. But anyway, you know, I mean, and it's fantastic that the younger generation are learning how to do this as well, and all these skills are being passed down. But I also think it's fantastic for the disabled community because we do lose out on a lot. And
how to skydive even in his wheelchair.
Night, Dale.
Oh no, Dale. Take care, sweet pea. No, not yet. You know,
it's always good to see young people getting into crafty skills with their hands.
Yeah,
making things. So much now is focused on internet and computers and desks. It's
Thomas,
much nicer to be able to go out and make something.
Yeah, that's the
As
thing.
I always
gets
say,
to make the house.
make something beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, we are all every single one of us is different. I mean, you and Richard could use the same bit of wood, and you could both come up with something completely different because it's from your heart and your brain, and it is an extension of you. You know, I class this as it's an art form. You know,
it is.
I woodworking. You
Everyone
know,
has their own style, their own vision. They can see different things within anything.
Yeah,
it's human nature.
It's like, I know it sounds so stupid, and people look at me sometimes as if I'm like completely cracked. I mean, I know I'm part way there, but I've not completely gone yet. But it's like I can have two identical pieces of wood, but they don't look identical to me. And I've got.
Have you ever found two identical pieces of wood?
No, but you know what I mean. To other people, it's two identical pieces. And I'd say, for instance, like the grizzly bear that I'm doing for my son.
Yeah.
That's on a piece of basswood. And I had several pieces, but that piece spoke to me and said that's what it was going to be.
Yeah.
You know, each piece of wood speaks to me and it tells me what it wants to be. And people think, you know, but
I know what you mean.
Yeah, Chris Walters says he loves the wood turning. He thinks it's great fun. And it is, and it's a fantastic way to get other people involved as well, Chris.
Sometimes it's terrifying.
You know, and I do think the more that we can get the younger generation into any craft, I suppose, anything that's not sitting on your butt on an Xbox or a PlayStation.
Yeah.
No, I said, Chris, you know, you are inspiring other people, especially from the disabled community. You know, and that is an absolutely amazing thing for you to be doing, because
it is putting yourself out there as well. Yeah,
which is a very difficult thing to do. I mean, with my disabilities, my life got shorter and shorter and shorter, and it sort of ended up that everything that because I mean, I've done horse riding, abseiling, rock climbing. I used to go to the gym every night. I was a hugely active person, and I mean, you can ask Rich, I was fiercely independent. But when all that went down the toilet, it was a bit of a shock to me. And I was trying to do my cross stitch and my knitting and my crochet, and that all went because I couldn't do it anymore. So for me, finding my pyrography, for me, it's almost been
Brought something back.
Yeah, it has. It's given me that bit of my own independence back. You know.
Yeah, definitely. Sorry, 2 seconds. I just got to let the dog out.
Okay. No, they don't. They don't, Claire. They don't say "don't burn me." They say "pick me, pick me." Each piece of wood wants to be something. Yeah, Chris. I mean, there's so many things that if you can see it in your head, you can make it. You know. It's Thomas that's making it. Colin, not Jake. Jake's not making coffee. Thomas is the resident coffee maker in the house these days. But no, I do. I think it's brilliant that, you know, and as I said, trying to inspire the younger generation to do it as well. You know, JP's had to pop off for a bit, Billy, I'm afraid. He says that he will try and get back on if he can. Which he's doing a push cut. Yeah, it's like Bigfoot. Bigfoot says his wife Valerie, lovely lady. She says Valerie inspires me. She's in constant pain, tons of painkillers, and she can't stand for longer than a few minutes. Her hands don't work properly, and she's got brittle bones. And she started wood turning, and she absolutely loves it. That's fantastic. I mean, she's so sweet. That is absolutely brilliant.
Yeah. Something that brings joy to people.
Yeah. And I think that's the thing as well. You do need everybody in life. I mean, life is so stressful these days, you know, with having bills to pay, and you've got people want this and people, you know, and you've got the kids and also people have got so much going on. And I think as well, being able to go out into your workshops, or me, I come out, I mean, my desk is now on the landing. So I've actually got a much bigger space to work on.
Nice.
And I think you need that release. I think everybody needs a release from life.
Yeah.
You know?
Allows you to switch off from the world for however long you're on it. 5 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, sometimes longer. Just you let your mind go free. And,
I actually one day, now this is how much I zone out when I'm pyroing, right? The one day, it turned out I'd sat there for 13 hours.
Oh, I can quite believe that.
I have no idea how my back coped with that. I zoned, and the next thing you know, and I'm looking at the clock and I'm thinking, I'm sure I started at 11 o'clock this morning. But, you know.
Yeah, no, I've been there, done that on the lathe, and just go, and suddenly it's like, oh, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. What's happened there?
Yeah. Richard does though. I mean, because the thing is as well with me not sleeping, by the time I get to sleep, everybody else is getting up. So that gives Richard his time. It gives him about 5-6 hours in the workshop and he doesn't have to do anything else. That's his time on a morning when I'm sleeping.
Nice.
So he doesn't have to worry about me if I need to get up to go to the bathroom or, you know, whatever. He can just concentrate on what he needs to do.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Hello, Annette. Hello, sweetheart. It's all right, darling. Don't worry. We're just having a bit of a natter. Hope you're doing well as well, sweetheart. No, you know, and I think we do need to push the community more. The problem is with these new guidelines coming in, you can't. you can't push towards kids if you're going to monetize.
Guidelines on what, sorry?
The new guidelines that are coming out for YouTube.
Right.
What happened then? If your channel is aimed at children, then you can't be monetized on it, I believe. It's along those lines. I'm not 100%. You'll have to check it yourself. I've not. Pardon me, I do apologise. But this community...
I think the making community in general is making great strides forwards in encouraging everyone, young, middle-aged, older, everyone, to get out there and make something. It's becoming more and more popular and more publicised every day, especially with the likes of Make It Central and different things like that going on. It's becoming not such a hidden craft world.
No.
I know when I was younger, there wasn't the access to it.
No.
I was just very lucky. My mum and my nan supported me getting into woodwork from a very young age, and I wanted to pursue it. But there's not many people like that, and it takes it. These days, it has to be popular for the younger generation to see it and want to be involved in it.
Oh, what
which is a bit of a shame. Oh, camera's gone for a deal.
He's moved the camera, I think. I wonder what happened then. But yeah, and the thing is as well, it's like wood turning. It's like when I started knitting, people say, "Well, are you not a granny?" And I'm like, "What does that mean?" And people had the illusion of like knitting and crochet, and with a lot of woodwork, the turning and stuff, that it's old people that do it.
Yeah.
You know, like our grandfathers'
It's mainly used to always be retired age people that had the time to do it. But it's about whether you make the time for something, I think, personally.
Yeah.
I mean, God, I work 50, 60 hours a week most weeks, and I still do all of this on top. And I've got a kid and a wife. It's whether you put the effort in and whether you want to do it. Right. The only person in control of that is yourself.
It's yourself, yeah. I think with kids though, it's you've got to try. I mean, our kids, they're only allowed their Xboxes on weekends. That's it.
Okay, that's a good way to have it.
You know, so, and that means they want to find something else to get into and find something else to do, which is what led to Thomas originally going out into the shed with his dad. And learning how to do woodwork and what have you. And it's also what's led Jake into going out, and he's got his own little section of the shed. He makes jewellery, you know, and he makes bits and bobs. Thank you, Chris. Richard, I don't know if you can hear me. Chris Walters says that's a great bowl, man.
I think it's also having an older influence around and seeing someone doing things with their hands. It's intriguing.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I was lucky because my dad's, I mean, obviously now I can't do it, but I could, you know, I can retile a roof, I can build brick walls, I can put fences up, I can do all the gutter, which taught me how to do guttering. I mean, I can pretty much, apart from the electronics, I could pretty much rebuild a house. I can strip a car down and put it back together. I mean, my dad taught me so much. You know what I mean? As I was growing up, I mean, obviously now I couldn't do anything. I knew that, but I still have that knowledge.
Yeah.
And I mean,
it's like, I mean, someone else from that.
Exactly. I mean, how many of you in the chat as well know people that have to get somebody to come in and put a shelf up because they have no knowledge, they don't have no idea how to do it. You know. I mean, when one of Richard's friends,
everyone does.
Yeah, one of Richard's friends, I mean, he does not know one side of a screwdriver from the other, and I'm not joking. Bless his heart, you know. Well, it's both of our friends. But, you know, and it's amazing how many people don't have any of that knowledge.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's something, it should be taught more in schools and as well. like hand skills, and it's life skills. It's not just hand skills; it's life skills.
Because
And
they don't even know how to
people
cook.
don't get taught. Yeah, no, home economics. Where's it all gone? It's appalling that it's gone from the schools. Really,
they teach kids in schools to pass tests. They don't teach them to do anything. And yeah, you are right, Sneak. It's brilliant if you can pass your tools on to somebody who doesn't have them, and it can get them started. That is an absolutely amazing thing. They had that at Makers Central, didn't they? That you could do. They were giving people tools. Thomas actually came back with. I'm not sure what make it was. Somebody gave him a drill, and this is Thomas's pride and joy. This thing is, and I tell you what, he's used it so many times. You know, and if you don't need it, pass it on to somebody else. You
definitely.
know, I mean, that's what we've done in the past.
Some of my oldest tools, some of my oldest tools are actually my favourite tools.
Yes. Okay, Claire, thank you for coming in, sweet pea. I'll be making right, Mad Maker. I'll be making anybody who asks one baddie each for Makers Central. We'll do an announcement. Wicked.
Cool.
That's cool.
Get on it, Mad Maker.
Yeah. I mean, it's like my other burner. I actually gave it to Andy, AH Bespoke.
Yeah.
And it's a bloody good little burner. As I said, it's got quite a few different tips with it. Obviously, they're all for different things. And he came around a couple of weeks ago, and I showed him how to use it. And he loves it. You know. And
you always tell the different type of people that appreciate being given things, the type of people you want around. I know when I tried to give away some of my older tools that I didn't need anymore because I had new ones at work, and some of the young, and funnily enough, it was only a couple of the older guys that actually took any of it. The younger guys were like, "Oh, it's old. It's not the newest thing." It's like, well, yeah, but it'll get you going.
So ungrateful, though. That is I
but
hate
funnily
that.
enough, none of them actually work for me anymore. So
well, there you go. But no, I mean, you know, it is brilliant when you can do that, and like you said, when people actually do appreciate what you're doing for them, and it makes you feel good.
Yeah, definitely. It's like the Dragon family.
Yeah.
Chris, Emma, and Susie. So I actually, it was meeting them that sort of actually kick-started things for me into the social media side of things. I met them at Axminster one day. They were looking at buying a couple of bowl gouges and stuff, and we got chatted for probably an hour, and then they started to look at timber at Axminster, and if Axminster are watching, no offence, but your timber is very expensive. And I had so much of it sat here at home that I offered to give them a load, and they came round, and I loaded up the back of their car with I don't know how much wood.
Fantastic.
And I'm quite happy to do it. Do you know what I mean? It's helping someone get into something and do something different. So, and I believe you should always do good things. You do good things, and good things happen.
Yeah.
And that's definitely been the case so far.
Yeah. I mean, we gave Flaming Turnip Nick. We gave him the scroll saw.
Cool.
Bless his heart, yours was in his face. I think he was a bit in shock, bless him. You know, and it's. I mean, now he does a lot of he's been doing jigsaws and what have you with it, and it's brilliant.
Awesome.
You know,
anyone that really wants to do something but doesn't have the luxuries in life already will be grateful of it, and they'll make the most of it. That's why, as same with you, never mind helping out people that appreciate the help.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
genuinely grateful.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we love helping people. Annette Ackley, she says her Tom has just made a bunch of spinning tops to give away at the craft fair that they're getting ready for on Saturday. That's brilliant, that is.
Beautiful. Yeah.
You know, JSG says, I take whatever tools I can get for the right price, and free is always good when you were just starting, yeah?
Yeah.
You know. Okay,
Yeah, you've
okay.
got
No,
to.
no, Bigfoot, take care, sweetheart. My love to Val as
Night,
well.
Wayne. In 7 hours, Wayne. Yeah, it's about the same.
No.
Some
No,
nutter agreed to be in at 5:30.
Oh, you nana.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did, Andy. Yeah. Yeah, Andy gave away a load of tools that Make Essential just gone. You know,
Cool. Did you
I'm
say
sure
they
we'll be able to
actually
find.
Did you say they actually have a thing for it there?
I believe so. Yes, Andy, can you jump in on that?
If they do, I've got some older stuff that I might collect up for when for this year and take with me. I could do with a bit of a clear out.
Yeah. Well, that's what we'll do. What I'll do is I'll get Richard. Andy hopefully will be able to give us some info on it. But what I'll do is I can get Richard to put a video up about it. Yeah, you know that the tools that were given away last year at Make Essential, Andy. Yeah. Is it an actual store? Is it that we can take them to, or how did it work, please? The Mad Maker says, I suspect the maker with the maker stand will have a box.
Maker with maker's stand.
Yeah. So I'm not. That was just off his own back.
I could easily do. At the moment, it's being planned for me to be demoing on the GPS stand.
Oh, they were the ones that were giving the tools away last year.
Who were? Sorry.
The one, the maker with the maker's stand will have a box. They were the ones that were doing it last year.
That's a stand, is it?
Yeah. But I'm sure we can. I'm sure we can, between us, if.
Yeah, we can do it a few different ways. We can look at doing it off of theirs, or
yeah, with GPS or somebody.
And anyone that sees us on here, that needs anything, pop by. If there's anything there that will be helpful to you,
yeah,
have at it.
Oh, night, Billy.
Night, Billy.
Yeah, I mean, that would be brilliant. I mean, as I said, Thomas came back with a few bits last year. At first, because people were trying to give him tools, and he didn't. He was being very polite, and he didn't feel like he could, if that made sense. So we explained it to him that they were trying to help get him started, etc. So, you know, if they did, he was okay to take them. So he had what did Thomas get from Makers last year, Richard? It was a drill.
No, he got Richard Morley gave him a DeWalt drill.
Cool.
You know, brain food, Richard Morley. And loads of other little bits and pieces, to be honest. Right, we're going to call it a night now because I'm not going to
Richard, did you hear mine and Nathan's conversation just?
No, I had my respirator on and everything on.
Yeah. Well, what we're talking about is, you know, like Thomas got that from Makers last year. It wasn't. It was a lot of Andy stuff. He actually just got somebody to have it to hand it out. Save Andy carrying the boxes.
Andy took a whole box of stuff and he gave it all away, which was great.
So what I'm wondering is, could we all donate something?
I reckon we could.
I could really do with a clear out, so I'll definitely bring a load.
Well, that's it. You know, I mean, I think we could all give one thing away to someone that might need it. You know,
well, that's the thing. I mean, if we can help somebody get started, that would be amazing. You know. Jeff Christie, by the way, says not good practice leaving Chuck key in the chuck. Be careful.
I know. I keep doing it. Luckily, over the years, I've only ever turned it on once. With the I try not to do it, and it's one of the things I'm aware of. I just got to break the habit. Anyway, I think we're going to call it a night. It's 2 hours to 5 minutes, but.
Hold on, Rich.
Oh, lovely, Rich. That's come out really well.
That's beautiful. That really is.
There is an inclusion in there somewhere. Put some light on.
The Mad Maker says, can I just give you something at the Beard X times 16? I may be struggling to get there.
Right.
So what's up, the Mad Maker? Chris is your name? Is that Chris?
Yes, it's Chris.
Yeah, Chris.
Hello, Gorilla Glue guy.
I will find. Liam also wants to know if you've got Sam's business card, Rich, up there on your wall.
I'll show you.
Wicked.
Right, that's the time. There you go. There's Sam's business card, guys. If you want your hair done and you're anywhere near Poole in Dorset, go and see Sam. She's a really nice girl, and she's my neighbour's daughter-in-law.
Yeah. Then they want a quick look. Sneak wants another look at the bowl, please. But yeah, I mean that would be brilliant. We can do that. I'm sure GPS wouldn't mind having a few boxes, bits and bobs around.
Get more interest in the stand.
Yeah.
It needs. I've taken it down to 120 grit. Now it needs a lot more, but because you can see just there, this stuff sands so easy, it's unbelievable. There is an inclusion in there, but go all the way through. Look, you just see it starting there.
I actually like that though. That looks nice.
There's but look at the grain on that. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Oh, wicked, Liam.
It's natural. Really nice.
It was really nice. I love the shape.
A rescue attempt, but I've taken it as deep as I possibly can. So it is, in fact.
Oh, Richard, you haven't put any sanding sealer on the inside and that, have you?
No. It's 4 inches deep, and
wickedly, and that'd be brilliant.
So basically, I lost. Well, you can see that's how deep it is. 5.5 inches. So
looks really cool. Nice grain. Lovely piece.
It makes a great hat.
Liam, what I'll do is I'll actually put one on my wheelchair, darling, for her, so when I'm out and about, people will be able to see it for her as well. Well, what I might do, Sneak, is I might actually steal it. What do you reckon, Nathan? Shall I steal his bowl?
It needs to be
can you see something already in it, Chez?
Well, I'm actually looking at the shape, and if you hold it up the right way up, Richard, can you see that side there? I can actually, I can actually see a nice Celtic pattern going around the edges on the outside.
What, here?
Both the front, Yeah,
I reckon if you could do something there and something there, and leave the sides. What I might do is when you're finished, I'll give it a polyurethane coat, a nice thick polyurethane coat.
Okay. It's not going to be a Celtic pattern. I have been told. Andy said it has to be a Viking pyro. Okay, Andy, I will do a Viking pattern pyro for you, babes.
I suppose it has got a bit of a Viking feel to it, that horn shape.
To be honest, Andy did give me this bit of wood, and it would only be it would be a perfect Christmas gift for my buddy, wouldn't it? Huh? What do you reckon, Andy? Get Cheryl to pyro it for you, and I'll give it to you for Christmas.
Vikings rule.
It's great. A great like battle shoulder armor. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute.
Yeah, you've got to get the
Suited and
handle done on that.
Huh?
You got to get the handle done.
Sneaky peek, guys. This is the next. Hang on a minute.
Yes, it would in capital letters. Andy says.
This is the next big GPS build.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very manly. Pick, and a very, very camp handle. Look at that. Is that gorgeous or what?
That's their mother of pearl, isn't it?
It's
The pink mother of pearl.
yeah.
I think it is. Yeah.
What I'm going to do is what I said to Alison is I want to kind of showcase
Yeah, of course I can,
all
Liam.
their different colours. So when you get to here, the pink is going to end, and then there's going to be splices of all the different colours going all the way down this end.
Is that what all the thin sheeting's for?
No, that's just what Matt gave me.
Oh, right. Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you meant you were going to layer that up so you get all the different. Right.
Andy says mother of something.
There's going to be all sorts of different pieces.
Cool.
There will be some of that in there. There will be
Yeah.
some of the toxic green Kerinite.
Hi, Mountain View.
That toxic green and that's the Bengal tiger.
Yeah,
They are two of my favourites
Have you
from
seen
their
that one?
range.
It's in that one.
Oh, is that the Venom?
No. I gave Sneaks
what
a piece of this to see what he can do with it. Look at it.
Mountain View turnings just come in, Rich.
Who? Oh, no,
Mountain View.
So there's going to be a mixture of all these different ones in there.
That's gonna be
Yeah,
awesome.
we've had a big delivery of offcuts. We've
There's some
got
of this as well.
some fantastic pieces.
Nice.
I've had my eye on a few bits, and I've said to Richard, "You need to do this." I've got an idea for a couple of pens.
I think that's Venom.
That's
I think.
got acetate in it though. The Venom, because I've got some of the Venom pen blank here. Where is it? So that's the. It's quite hard to see. So that's the Venom one. There.
You put him on a full screen a second.
It's got like a green sort of gold tinge to it.
Yes,
I
I
suppose.
was going to say it's very gold.
Is it this?
I
Yeah,
love that.
You flip it in the light a bit. Well, that looks really light. That almost like reminds me of the oyster, but without the acetate in there.
Yeah.
It looks like mother of pearl.
Very, very pale.
So there's going to be all different splices of different colours in there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and he's also got some of that.
Good range.
Richard, Fred Taylor would like to know what glue do you use for all of the
red, white, and blue
GPS
there.
stuff. Yeah, the GPS, Rich.
To be honest, the best person to answer that question, because I've not really jumped into this yet, is Mr. Andy Heel. He has AH bespoke. So anyone, you got any questions on gluing this stuff, speak to Andy, because he's the man.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait until everybody's seen Andy's chest buster, by the way.
His chest buster.
Yeah.
That
Venom for your carvings, Andy, is going to be so cool.
Yeah, it will.
Really is.
I am a huge Aliens.
Right, Jake,
I'm a nut. I've got all the books. I mean, the last two films are a bit, but the first three were great.
Did Andy say he wanted it for Christmas or not?
Yes, in big capital letters. Yes, I would.
It can go next to his New Zealand bowl.
Nice.
That's what I'm on about.
Yeah, the Mad Maker says Gorilla Glue epoxy has got to work well. Right, question mark. Epoxy and super glue if you can mini pin dowel.
I'll put a dowel in there. Yeah, put a little pin dowel in. I think through that handle you're going to have to, Rich.
I'm going to put a threaded bar up the centre as far as I'm possible.
Yeah.
Gorilla Glue has sent me a parcel of a load of these different glues last week. So I got different ones. So I got the gel, the super glue gel, and the super glue.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they're not making. They don't make a deactivator, do they, Richard?
No, that's the only problem. So what I've agreed. What I've agreed with Abby at Gorilla Glue is before I actually film sticking any of this stuff together, I've got to do some tests first to see, how it goes. So, but yeah, anyway.
It's going to take a while to get me away from my Type Bond.
Yeah.
I'm definitely a Type Bond fan.
I'll get Gorilla Glue to send you some then.
Best worked warm. Yeah. So Andy says the resins from GPS are best worked when they are warm. It will chip if it's cold.
Yes, if you're turning them, then
Prozac.
I find that. I don't know about you, Nathan. Do you warm yours up?
I'm not bad, baby. You?
I don't, but I am lucky enough to have my workshop in the house.
Oh,
so, I mean, it probably only goes down to about 15 degrees in my workshop at lowest.
Right. Yeah, that's good.
So far I haven't had to, but the winter hasn't really kicked in yet. So,
see, I'm hoping that when our daughter moves out, I want her bedroom. Don't know, Richard?
Yeah.
I take it the Mad Maker isn't a fan of Type Bond then?
No, he's a Gorilla Glue man.
He's a Gorilla Glue.
Fair enough.
Room temperature is good, Andy says, for when you carve in it. We actually mentioned to Shannon.
Christopher, I'm telling. Right. I'm going to have to...
yeah, of course you can, Liam. Liam wants one of Thomas's stickers, Richard.
Yeah, okay.
So we'll get you one of those sorted, sweetheart. Yeah. But yeah, when Shannon Richard's going to make Shannon a bedroom in the loft, aren't you, darling?
Mouse. It's a burl. It's a burl slug.
It's a burl. Yeah.
It's a burl slug. Look.
But I'm actually going to be having Shannon's bedroom, Nathan, as my pyro room.
Oh, awesome. Cool.
So it's going to be my pyro room come Richard's YouTube office. And Shannon will be up in the loft.
So that hole there.
So she gets space all of her own. She's going to love that.
There's a hole there where I punched this piece accidentally the other day and it stuck with me. Anyway.
What did you punch it for?
Because I slipped with the chisel and this stuff
is that, a bit of pearl?
Yeah. It's nasty. I've got tons of it.
Turn it into a unicorn. It has a horn on it, and this.
I've literally got tons of the stuff here.
Yes, and he could have had some more today, and he'd missed out.
Say again?
I said, do you know what it's off of? What tree?
Not sure. No, not sure.
Andy?
Would you want some?
I'm always interested in bales. I've got a small piece of elm that I've been holding on to for a while.
I think
that's a cool piece.
But look, I've got
cool.
one down here that's worth a lot of money. Hang on.
Yeah. He actually missed out on a couple today because Jake had actually cut some burls down.
This one I picked up last night.
Richard didn't go and collect them, unfortunately.
I got this off Andy last night at his place of work, and it's literally one huge. You got it, Jake? You got something? Yeah. This is probably about a £300 worth of burl here.
Jeez.
Richard's a very lucky boy, Huey. He's got very good friends.
Ow! I've just spiked myself again. There you go.
His burl does not like you. Look at the size of that bugger.
Go closer. Look at the size of it. It's huge.
That is awesome.
It's
massive. Wow.
It's massive.
Yeah.
There's probably £300 worth of burl there, or burr.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
The burl is lovely on resin, Jeff Christie says. Nice, wow. Andy, any idea what tree it's off, darling?
Got a piece there as well. Oh, Nathan, I'll chuck some in the post. I'll send you some.
Yeah.
Okay, I said to Ches, I think you missed it because you were turning, but
yeah,
I'm going to send you a piece of walnut that I'm going to challenge you to a different type of wing turning.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is this a collab then?
It could be.
Yeah.
It could be a collab. Yeah.
Why don't we do a turn off with you two? Can you do that?
No, do a collab. You do something on it, and then I'll finish it, or whatever. Or I'll sort something.
I'll do the. Yeah.
Or you could both do the same. You could both have the same piece of wood as such, like one each, and then you could make. And then, if you want, you could give them away.
Yeah, but he's got a threading tool. That's not fair.
I haven't tried it on wood yet, so I don't know how that's going to go yet.
The Mad Maker, Chris, you're naughty. Is it wrong that Burl got me excited like the rope in gym class?
This is an Australian.
Oh, God.
This is Australian, this one.
Can't remember. Yeah, collab.
That's Australian, that one. So, but yeah, there's loads of it.
No, they're not, Doug.
Don't know what that little piece is.
Well, it depends what you've made.
Yeah, do you want to see
some fantastic pieces?
I'm taking to him. That's JP's pile there of burls.
Oh my word!
And there's loads on the floor as well that I've got to cut up for him.
All right, Liam, I'll sort your messages out when this is over, darling. All right. I can't do it at the moment.
He's got to take the bark off himself because that's the beauty of this. You don't see the burl until, I mean, yeah, you can kind of get an idea of.
Night, Liam.
See there, see some there. You know, but it's not until you take this off is you actually see the beauty behind there. So that's going to be his job.
Sometimes it's nice to have the live edge.
Yeah, but
the
burl underneath this is just, I mean, it's
beautiful.
It's literally that stuff all over the place.
Yeah.
Can I just jump in quickly before I lose the comment? Jen says, before she forgets, it's a reminder call for the pieces that are going into a 1 year piece. They need to be mailed to her by the end of the year.
Oh, we better get on with that.
Okay. So
I've got it right here. Hang on a minute.
Yeah. So if anybody,
this one's for Jen.
Oh,
right,
nice.
Richard, it's Jen's 1 year of being on Zibrano.
No, this is Paladin. But it's literally it's reeds.
Yeah,
it's gorgeous stuff. But it's really dense. It's like ebony. It's as hard as ebony.
Yeah,
Jen, splinter as well. So
Jen, can you write the reason for that in, please, Sweet Pea? I think is it her 1 year on YouTube, isn't it coming up, I believe? Is that correct?
Yeah.
So she wants everybody to send a piece of wood to her, and she's going to put the whole lot into one item that she's then going to make something obviously out of.
See you later, Liam. Cheers, mate.
Okay. Billy said it's black palm.
Oh,
apparently, Richard.
Yeah, it is, but it's called.
I thought it was a type of palm.
Palm.
Yeah, she's doing a piece for a 1 year anniversary on YouTube. So yeah, that's correct. So anybody
good for you, Jen.
I've got some nice pieces for you, Sneaks. Don't worry, they're coming soon.
Yeah, I've got a couple of bits. I told Sneaks we'd take him some of my Tiger Oak up, Richard.
This is pink ivory. You could have that instead if you want.
Wow.
Why don't you send her both pieces?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
yes,
actually
exactly. Wood or resin.
These are from Yandles. Look,
Yeah.
£1.60 from Yandles, right? And they're all dipped in wax.
Yeah,
That one was 50 pence from Yandles.
that's good.
Madness, you know. Oops.
Yeah. I mean, it's like my basswood that I get from Yandles. That there is a very large piece of wood in there, Richard. Where's my wood? I can't see it. What have you done with it?
Dunno.
Richard, where's
it's
well?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to pull it forward and just show him the big piece, please? But turn it round the other way. Turn it round the proper
I'll
way.
lift the show up, asking.
That is actually going to be a coffee table. That piece of wood behind him there, and that cost me, what was it, £9? I think that, and it was 8 foot long, but it's
That's a
actually
piece
been
of
cut into
ebony.
3 sections.
It looks like striped ebony, actually. And
Billy
I was
says,
quite surprised how reasonably priced everything was at Yandles.
Yeah.
To be
Oh,
fair,
yeah.
considering the type of wood and pre-cut blanks and everything.
Well, you'll see these.
Quite reasonable.
You'll see these in the invasion video that comes out Thursday.
yeah. And don't forget,
yes.
next year at
Yeah.
Yandles, anybody who's coming to Yandles, make sure it's the 12th and 13th of September, but don't forget we're also going to be doing the Makers Meetup. So basically bring any of the tools that you need. We have got a really good deal with the campsite, but you need to come through us. So, but I've got to set up a Facebook page for it and then get everybody in, okay?
Yeah. What was you saying, Cheryl, about Sneaks? What we taking to Sneaks?
Yeah, I did promise Sneaks a piece of my toga oak, with the big round ones.
Cool.
But also,
what's he got to do for that?
Yeah, he just needs flat pieces of wood. Really, Richard? I've just clicked. I'm tired. Leave me alone. But anyway,
You're a lucky man. You're a lucky man. Sneaks to get a piece of her tiger oak off her.
Yeah, Billy says that you need to stabilise it, Richard, before you turn it.
What?
All right, Andy, take care, sweetheart. The Paladin.
Take care,
you need to
Anne.
stabilise it because it's very splintery. So if we can stabilise it before we send it over to Jen. Yeah.
Oh, I turned a fountain pen with this, and it's turned out okay.
Yes, I have said fountain pen here. Actually.
Anyway, yeah.
I don't know if you can see that is said fountain pen.
Yeah.
It's really, really nice.
Nice.
Anyway,
Yes,
I think we should call it a night, guys.
Yeah, guys.
It's nearly 2.5 hours. Thanks everyone for the super chats as well. That was really really nice of you.
Really?
We'll go towards the camera fund.
Yes. No, just wait a minute, Jake. Yeah. Ranch is gone.
Yeah.
I give up.
Doug says thin CA. Okay.
I'm going to bed. I need to sleep.
Right, we do apologise if we didn't catch any of your comments or any of your questions, guys, because the more and more people come in now, the quicker they go up the screen.
Yeah, and as you can tell, my brain does not work, and I tend to. I'm sorry.
Kept up pretty well.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah. So, and yeah, as I said, anybody who wants to donate anything and make a central, that would be brilliant. I'm sure if we have a word with GPS, they wouldn't mind us having a box of tools there ready to give out. Yeah. Cool. That would be fantastic. Yeah.
I'm sure they'll give us some offcuts to, but they'll put them on the stand anyway, wouldn't they?
Yeah. So, well, that's the thing. I mean, if we can give, somebody a piece of equipment that they don't have to get them started, brilliant.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okie dokie then. Love you all, guys.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming in.
Night, everyone.
Thanks to Cheryl. Thanks to Nathan. Hope you're coming
and
again.
JP.
Yeah, definitely.
You're always welcome.
Just stick around for a minute once he's done.
Thanks to JP as well.
Yeah.
He's gone now, but
he had to run off.
Guys.
Yeah.
Up and down there. If that's right. Yeah, up and down there. Right. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Love you all, guys. Thank you. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.